Hello and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Satirical News. Today for our first story we have...
No. That's not what you called it last time.
I'm sure I have no idea what you're talking about. Last time there was... You know what, there wasn't even last time. I have no idea what you're... Okay, look, we're trying things out here. It's a new thing. We're just going to just throw things out there and see what sticks and just... What are you even doing here? Didn't I fire you in the last video?
I can't hear you.
You know what? You just get out of here. Just get out of here. Let me do my thing. Oh my God! You know what? Fine, you're not fired. Just go so we can get started, and I will call you when we need you.
You're damn right I'm not fired. I'll see you later.
Oh my God, and we're already a minute into the video. Right, let's quit this madness and get started. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to what we're calling for today, the Satirical News. And for our first story, man arrested after anti-Semitic rant on airplane. Oh yes. Apparently, the devil went down to Atlanta today looking for a soul to steal, but he was in a bind due to being behind, so he tried to spark up a deal. He hopped up on a plane, and when it turned out he was surrounded by Jews, he asked for a show of hands to determine just who to choose. And then he said the word bomb while being on an airplane. But luckily for Clayton County Jail, another passenger, Jordan Dale, recorded the encounter with a hateful bigot. He attempted to run from the police and paparazzi, but was quickly caught and called a Nazi. Now the devil has to pay his dues for being racist towards all those Jews. And speaking of the devil, let's get right into some political news. Today in politics, orange man, still bad. Black man, super duper smart and observant. Old lady, still incompetent, and dumb blonde, still trying to figure out what in the hell she can say so everyone will finally let her be president. I know, I didn't want to get too political, and I know I went in deep there, but let's refresh our palate with some serious news. Our next headline reads, drunk McDonald's customer performed helicopter moves with his genitals in front of breakfast queue. You know, I never imagined that I would have to say something like that one day, but well, here we are. Anyway, 'twas early in the morning when the people were about, when young Ryan Dolan decided to whip his genitals out. There arose such a pitter and patter, everyone turned around to see what was the matter, and that's when they seen old Dolan dancing and waving his genitals about. After a helicopter-like motion before he could fall, he hopped down and fled, which was good for all. Well, except for Miss Lavelle, who described his actions as boisterous and heavily fueled by alcohol. Son of a bitch, this story. He was later caught, and with a guilty plea all around, he was charged with his third offense, a total of £500. Oh my God. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know about you, but I, for one, am outraged. I am outraged because it is very clear that this young man identifies as an attack helicopter. And he was not drunk, he simply had previously fueled up for his excursion to get breakfast. Oh my God. And speaking of identities, our next headline reads, sex changes for calves if new technology takes off. Now, okay, yes, this headline is being a bit facetious, and while I can see vegans arguing for a cow's gender identity, that's not quite what this article is about. In fact, it could be the very tool we finally need to defeat the patriarchy. The article in question starts out by saying fewer bobby calves will be sent to slaughter if new Kiwi technology, which allows farmers to select an animal's sex, takes off. Auckland company Engendered Technologies, which has just been bought by multinational genetics company CRV, Embreed, has developed the breakthrough technology. And as it just so happens, they provide us with a short little video. Let's watch.
Engender is there to help solve the problems of having the wrong type of sexed cows come through the system.
So if we can sort the sperm before cows even get inseminated, then you can guarantee that you're going to have cows and you don't have a bunch of bobby calves.
Right. So if I'm understanding this correctly, and if I'm not, feel free to correct me down in the comment section below, but you want to be able to control the cow's gender so you can produce little female cows so they can go to be milked, and not male cows which will be sent off to slaughter. Huh. Interesting.
It's a lab on a chip. It's basically a miniaturized little factory.
Engender combines a host of different technologies. Microfluidics, lasers, high-speed electronics, very precise sensors and actuators. Part of my job is trying to combine all of those things together onto one system and make sure they all work together.
So the part I do is making the actual microfluidic devices where the actual sperm sorting happens. They get nicely focused so that they're coming right down the center of the channel, and then lasers can come in through the sidewalls and interact with them in different ways, check whether they're male or female, and then sort them into the appropriate output, like a sheep gate for sorting stock, but on the scale of a human hair.
Oh, baby.
Oh yeah, that's right. Finally a way to weed out those terrible, horrible, awful little males.
You're able to bring in a lot of your skills that you've developed over the years. We've got people coming from all around the world who have congregated in this small lab, and they've brought together their whole experiences, and they're the right people for the right jobs.
The really exciting thing about Engender is what it's going to look like 3 years from now. We're building a company that will manufacture and sell sperm sorting devices that will go all over the world. And the impact of that is huge.
Finally, yes, we can do away with the patriarchy by sorting out all those little males. Okay. So I'm being a bit hyperbolic. Now, the technology, while impressive, is a little bit, disconcerting, to say the least, I think.
Oh my god, we've gone too far. We're trying to play God and we need to turn back.
Quiet you, I'll not have any of you naysaying. The future is female and it will be glorious. Although, now that I think about it, isn't gender supposed to just be a social construct? What is this sexist heathenist technology? Okay, anyway, moving on to the next article. Today in Everything's Racist. Chief Wahoo logo removed from Cleveland uniforms, but still sold in gift shop. Oh my god! Scores of Native Americans and their supporters have protested each year outside Cleveland Stadium before the home opener. They show up in hopes of abolishing Chief Wahoo and the team's Indians nickname, which they feel is an offensive depiction of their race. I mean, just look at this guy wearing his "I am offended over thing" shirt. Oh my god, how brave and stunning! You fight the man. You fight for those Native Americans who are being held out of the press by the evil Chief Wahoo. MLB Commissioner Rob Manfred said in January that Cleveland's owner Paul Dolan, wonder if he's related to Ryan Swingy-Ding Dolan from earlier. Anyway, Paul Dolan was aware of, quote, fans who have a long-standing attachment to the logo and its place in the history of the team. By God, those racists! Absolute pure racism. Don't they know that racist things that are historical need to be removed and wiped clean? My God. Anyway, nonetheless, the club ultimately agreed with my position that the logo is just totally not appropriate for on-field use in Major League Baseball. Manfred said at the time, I appreciate that Mr. Dolan's acknowledgement that removing it from the on-field uniform by the start of the 2019 season is, of course, the right course. National criticism and scrutiny about the Indians' allegiance to Chief Wahoo grew in 2016, when the Indians made the World Series and Manfred expressed his desire to have the team eradicate the symbol. Earlier in that postseason, a lawsuit was filed while the club was playing in Toronto to have the logo and team name banned from appearing on Canadian television. Thankfully though, thank God, that court case was dismissed by a judge as it should have been, and I hope to hell that they ordered you drug outside and spanked like the whiny little shits that you are for filing lawsuits against things that offend your delicate sensibilities. Oh my God, we're going the wrong direction. We need to turn around and head back. We had a nice little sweet spot there somewhere around the 90s, 2000-ish era, and we need to go back. Well, I think I've had enough of the news, and I hope that you have enjoyed this. But I think I'm going to go ahead and stop this now, so hopefully I can edit it and get it out to you later today. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching. I certainly do appreciate it, and let me know in the comment section what you think about the name. I'm thinking I'm going to stick with Satirical News for now, unless something better comes along. And let me know what you guys think about this format, the whole thing that I'm trying here, because quite frankly, I enjoy it, and it's quicker to make and get out. Oh, and links to all the articles that I used will be down in the description below, alongside my social media stuffs where I typically go to announce things. You'll also find a tip jar down there just in case, you enjoy what I do and you want to throw a little something my way. But enough shilling for now. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching. I certainly do appreciate it, and I will see you in the next one. But until then, remember, keep fighting stupidity wherever you may find it. Have a good one.